Hello. So, I'm here to tell an anecdote. You know how things come up in Facebook memories? Sometimes it's just an ordinary post, sometimes it might even be a photo. Well, on this day 2 years ago, I'd uploaded a photo of myself, I think after I'd been involved in physical exercise or something like that because I was outdoors. And my God, like I just felt a double take. Like, that's not my double, but I'm taken in by the fact that that's me, but it's not me. Um, and I'm 2 years on nearly with medical transition. Um, but I never seen a photo that was kind of almost aligned with the commencement of HRT, um, or I'd forgotten about the photos. So obviously I'm not posting them, retrieving them and posting them these days. But it really was like going through a revolving door, because while I can see that the face and everything is something familiar to me, it was like looking at another person, and it does tell you something, right? I mean, as minor as the physical changes, excuse me, with my face and even other areas of the body may be, there's something that I recognize as me now in the current configuration, to put it that way. And again, it's not even really the way I dress, because I didn't march out and get a whole lot of feminine clothes to go along with my social transition. This is what I'm wearing today. I'm wearing a pair of green pants, and I've got a kind of, well, some people call this a turtleneck, but high-necked shirt, and I've got an argyle vest and a couple of earrings, and I've got short hair. So is it a psychological thing, a shift in me? Is it actually something visible? I think to some extent yes, because when I'm getting about my daily life, and not just here in Sydney, also in other cities of the world, whether I've stayed for a time in India, in Mexico, in the United States, in where else? Well, that's pretty much the places I've been during transition. Um, I've been attributed as ma'am, so there must be a physical aspect to it, because that's without even opening my mouth. That's not to say there haven't been times where there's ambiguity, but as transition has continued medically, it's increasingly the case. So the times that I'm attributed, with my birth assigned sex and gender, have gone down. But again, I haven't had any cosmetic procedures. I haven't done anything, really. I've had a bit of laser, principally to the face, but that's not even done. That's not even finished. There's more to do. And yet at the same time, I've kind of gotten to this point where it's still minimal what I need to do, and I can get about like just kind of with my normal hygiene routine. And yes, unfortunately, having to get rid of some of the hair, but they're not as visible. It's a different quality. I don't usually have videos where I talk about these sorts of things, but I just found it really a moment of recognition, found up with a misrecognition, because as I said, for the most part, I just feel that I am the same person, right? Like in my interior, it's not like I've become like I have a different personality or something like that. But even by seeing that photo, I was reminded of how there's this change, and a kind of, I guess, reverse discordance, because one of the things that characterizes just gender dysphoria is that sense of discordance, or lack of concordance anyway, or congruence. That's the term that's used actually. And so to see the old photo is like, oh, who's that kind of thing. But I don't know, if I put them side by side, you might just go, yeah, that's the same person. So what is it to medically transition and be perceived otherwise, and to perceive yourself otherwise in more concordance, for example, with your presentation and physicality? It asks or begs a lot of questions for me. I mean, from a neuropsychological point of view, I don't know if I have all the answers, but anyway, they're my musings for today. Since I am actually a psychology student now, and we do a lot of study on brain, cognition, behaviour, yeah, that kind of thing.